One of the things you can do to give yourself better chances of actually hitting a Bitcoin block mining in your home is by adding more powerful machines that give you better odds. And well, this one right here, it does that. My name is Mike and I've been in Bitcoin mining since 2017. And one of my specialties is taking a look at mining hardware, especially lately these solo miners, for giving you a chance to hit a Bitcoin block in your home. Now, this one I've been testing for a few weeks now, and I think I've kind of fallen in love with it. This is the Gekko Science Terminus A2Z. Now, Gekko Science is a company that goes way back, much further in the Bitcoin space than I even knew. We're going to take a look at that because I did some snooping, so I'm going to show you that in just a little bit. But they sent over this Terminus A2Z for me to check out after I met them over at Mining Disrupt earlier this year down in Texas. By the way, Mining Disrupt is amazing. It's a space where all of mining comes together. People like me that do content, people in the industry come together. And there's another one happening in Miami in July. If you want to come hang out, I'll leave information down in the video description below. But anyway, we met up back in Texas at Mining Disrupt, and shortly after they were kind enough to send me one of their machines so I can test them out and make a video on it. So here we are. So I've been testing it for a few weeks now, really testing its overclocking potential, which we're going to take a look at in just a little bit. But why? Let's just start like why I really like this one. Now, one of the things that I've learned in mining, of course, and solo mining, and this is true for computers as well, is you need really good cooling if you're going to put the performance of this chip to the test. And this machine absolutely does that. Has a fan on the back to exhaust all of the heat. The intake is through the front. There's massive heat sinks on the chip on there. So in everything I've thrown at this, it just keeps that ASIC chip really cool. It comes with a power supply that is rated for you to overclock this thing to its full potential. And it's really got a great display on the front, just giving you some information about its current hashing power, IP address, etc. But other than that, it's kind of like just like a plug and play unit. And what I want to take a look at now is the dashboard, because it's a little bit different than the ones that you might be used to if you're used to like a BitAxe or something that uses AXOS. This is a custom built dashboard for Gekko Science, and for this, again, Terminus A2Z. I'm going to have links if you want to check this out further or pick one up for yourself down in the video description and the pinned comments, so be sure to check those out. So what you're looking at here on the dashboard has the current Bitcoin block height, the current price of Bitcoin, and then the price change of Bitcoin over the last 24 hours. Now, the main chart here has the hash rate in green, and one of the things that I've learned about this unit is it takes its time ramping up its hash rate to give it the most stability possible. It can be a little frustrating when I'm trying to test overclocks, but I think in the end produces a better experience because you know the clocks that you chose, the performance you're getting is going to be stable. So you can see it really just slowly ramping up since I started mining with it maybe about an hour or so ago to prepare for this video. Underneath that, we have the temperature in Celsius of the ASIC chip. And then what I really like here, also overlaid in that beautiful orange color, is the price of Bitcoin. Scrolling down from there, this is represented the average hashing power of the machine, the best share, the current pool that I'm using. And then underneath that is all of the information about this Terminus as it's mining right now. So this is more of an accurate representation of the current performance in gigahash per second. And I'm running this on stock, by the way. We're going to get to overclocking in just a little bit. My accepted shares, you can see the stock frequency at 750. The core voltage is at 285. Temperatures here is 35 degrees Celsius. And then the power reading right now is saying 105 watts in the software, but I think my meter is probably going to be reporting a little bit more than that. Yeah, around 117, 118 watts. So probably just add around 10 watts to what it's displaying in the software when running it in stock. Now, when I go to settings here, I can adjust a few things. One, of course, is the core frequency, the core voltage. There's a custom command here. So what is in here by default is Gekko start frequency. So it'll actually, again, start the frequency down at 250, and then it'll slowly ramp it up, okay? And that's why you can see this slow ramp up as it starts down to 250 to make sure everything is really stable. You can enter your pool information there, your temperature, your currency, a bunch of other adjustments here as well. You can even view a wallet, which I have not personally tested yet. And then my fan speed, I just have up at 100% right now. So the thing that I took a look at, and we're actually going to go on a side right now because I learned a little bit more about this company, Gekko Science. So I've heard of them, but I've never really known them. And when you go on their website here, by the way, when we go to like shop now, you know, they have some products here like the compact USB flash drive style Bitcoin miners that have their own versions of the BitX Gammas. And here's that Terminus A2Z that we're looking at right now, which says it can get up to 7.3 terahash per second overclocked. So I put this to the test for my unit here. We're going to take a look at that in just a little bit. But not like a lot of information about them here. You know, I was going to like the, let's see, I don't know. Let's go to About Us. I want to like learn more about you guys. And like, we're an electronics hardware manufacturer based in Missouri. Business since 2012. We produce ASIC miners for home crypto mining. And the company is run by the famous Sidehack. And I was like, Sidehack? Famous? I never heard of it was Sidehack. And I see the hardware is by Sidehack down here. And then also hardware Sidehack of Gekko Science. Like, who the heck is Sidehack? So I went over to Bitcoin Talk, and if you're not familiar, Bitcoin Talk is a forum to discuss Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and it's where Satoshi hung out and posted in the early days, and even when I got into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin mining, that's where I would learn a ton and find out about new projects, and there's still quite a bit of active stuff happening on there, but it's definitely where the OGs hung out in early Bitcoin, and so I found Sidehack's account on the Bitcoin Talk forum just to see a little bit of snooping here, like how far back does Gekko Science and Sidehack go? So the date he registered was June 18th, 2013. So definitely before my time in Bitcoin. And I was curious what the Bitcoin price was when he got involved. So I went over to Coin Market Cap and I pulled the price of Bitcoin in June 2013, and it hit a high of $129.78. As of making this video, when I go take a look in his dashboard for his miner sitting on my desk, Bitcoin is not worth $129. In fact, it is worth $87,000. They go way back. Gekko Science goes way back. OG in the space as far as I'm concerned, which means they absolutely know what they are doing in creating wonderful little Bitcoin machines like this. So the one thing I was curious around was how much I could push this thing. You know, it does the 6 terahash, no problem, but it says it can do up to 7.3 terahash per second. When I look at the dashboard here, if I go to frequency, we have quite a bit of room from that 750 stock all the way up to 900 to overclock this chip. And for core voltage, I have some room as well, going not as much though, it's going from 285 up to 300. And with the great fan and casing and heatsink, I was feeling really promising that I was gonna be able to overclock the heck out of this thing. And to save you some time here, I wasn't able to get up to that 7.3 terahash where for stable overclocks, where I topped out was 6.66 terahash per second. Anything that I did with 300 in the core voltage, after a little bit, it would crash, but I could run 295. And anything that I ran over 840 on the frequency at 295 would crash after a while. But I ran 840 for 295, we'll update the miner right now, and that ran stable for an entire day at 6.6 terahash per second. That's the most I was able to get out of this. I do know that this is also a prototype unit that they sent me. And I also know that ASIC chips are just bin different. So some of them are going to perform better than others. I was hopeful that I would get a little bit more out of it, but I am very happy at its stock performance. And I guess that is that up to 7.3 though. I'm a little disappointed because I wanted to be able to see it get to that level. If you have one of these or you have some advice for me of things I can try differently, let me know down in the comments section below. But You can see my crazy spreadsheet where I tested all of these different frequencies and powers over many, many, many days to get to this stable overclock. Let's take a look at how much this thing actually makes per day if you were gonna just mine it for revenue and not do solo mining with it. So I'm over on miningnow.com and we're gonna do a mining calculator, and we're just gonna go with that 6 terahash. And at the wall, I measured this does about 115 watts. And so with the price of Bitcoin at that 87K right now, you'll be taking home about 22 cents in revenue a day, about $6.66 a month. Now, if I run it a little bit higher to that 6.6, that ups my revenue to, will look monthly over $7 a month. And man, if I was able to get that 7.3, then I'd be over $8 a month in Bitcoin, but I wasn't able to get there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this thing on CK Pool. It's gonna be solo mining. It's racing to hit a Bitcoin block so I can get the big payday. That's it. That's the Gekko Science Terminus A2Z. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Is this one of the best home Bitcoin miners? How does this compare to miners in similar performance? I'm thinking like the Avalon Nano 3S. That is a great miner as well. But this I can tinker a little bit more with, which I absolutely enjoy. If you want to see my video on that Avalon Nano 3S, another great home Bitcoin miner, it's up in my son's room right now. He really enjoys it. I'll leave that linked on the screen right here. And if you haven't bought Bitcoin yet while the price is down, I'm gonna leave a video on the screen right here where you can buy Bitcoin with no fees. This is actually what I do. So please check out that video as well. Otherwise, see ya in one of the next videos. Peace.